Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday, June 7th. It's 6:18 p.m. here in Chicago. So I know all of you heard about Tank telling Ryan, shut the fuck up. Why is Ryan trying to get Tank on board with him? Tank might not be close with Devin Haney, but I'm sure Tank don't like your ass either, Ryan. Like, you're the biggest troll when it comes to Tank Davis anyone has ever met. Tank don't like you. Why are you trying to diss on Haney and get Tank involved? That didn't even make sense, but it's funny. It's funny. Also, I know you all heard about Ryan telling Errol Spence, Bud will beat you. Bud Crawford will beat you. Now, of course, some of us do have Bud winning the fight, but that's us. We can say it. Ryan, you don't talk to Spence like that. Who you think you're talking to? Where do you get off talking to Spence like that? Now, I can see if another boxer speaks of Spence in the third person. I think Bud will beat him. If somebody asks them. But how you gonna say directly to Spence, Bud's gonna beat you? Where'd that come from? You must be salty over that money that you lost. Now, even though I have Bud winning, if I was Spence, I would contact Ryan right back and say, you just lost $20,000. How about you bet me $200,000 on this one, just to shut him up? Since he wants to get wild and crazy on social media, Spence should challenge him. Oh yeah, you want to bet $200,000 this time? You want to bet $2 million this time? I don't know what their limits are, but Ryan's gonna get himself in a world of trouble fucking around with Errol Spence, because Errol Spence, he's not one to let shit slide, especially when you challenge him like that. So that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Ryan, stay in your place, man. He's crazy. It's kind of funny though how he trolls. Why don't you just get ready for your fight with Fortuna? How about that? By the way, I think Ryan can beat Fortuna. I used to be a huge Fortuna fan, and then I kind of fell off being his fan. Do you guys know Fortuna has the whole Dominican Republic thinking Haney ducked him? Every time I read an article about, Fortuna, it's always something about Haney ducking him and all these people ducking him. So I think he got his whole country. You go, Javier. Got your whole country thinking Devin Haney ducked you. You go, Javier Fortuna. But I do think Ryan Garcia beats Javier Fortuna. Oh, and salute to KQKC. He called the Inoue versus Nonito fight this morning. And as you all know, Nonito got knocked out early. I know Inoue is skilled, but I also know that Nonito is 40 years old. And I also know the fight didn't look anything like that 2 years ago. So I consider those things when I make predictions. And I think that if Inoue were to fight Cool Boy Steph, I would pick Cool Boy Steph to win personally. But I always pick that type of fighter, like the Cool Boy Steph type, the Andre type, the Lara type, the Gary Russell type. They're not really known as knockout artists, but if it's one thing that does not intimidate those types of boxers, it's a powerful boxer. They don't care. They still will challenge you. They still want to show that they're the best. One thing about boxers that have really high IQs, a lot of skill, they're not scared of power. Look at Gary Russell ain't never been scared of power. Andre ain't never been scared of power. Lara ain't never been scared of power. Lara's always calling out Jamel Charlo, and that always gets swept under the rug. I don't know why. Nobody seems to know or talk about the fact that Lara is always calling out Jamel Charlo. Now, right now, I think Mel would beat him. I think maybe in the past, Lara, as boring as his style is, he would have been tough for Mel. But I don't know why that hardly ever gets noticed. Lara's always calling out Mel. But even when Lara went up to 160, beat the guy's ass, it's the first thing he did. Came to 154 and called out Mel. Nobody ever seems to know that or remember, or maybe they decide to not talk about it. I don't know. How'd I get on that? Oh, yeah. So I picked Fulton because I think that style always has a great chance of winning. I just do. So I would pick Fulton over Nonito. Definitely over Nonito, especially now. I would pick Fulton over Inoue. Tell me who you guys would pick, Fulton or Inoue. But again, congratulations to Inoue. And salute to KQKC for calling the fight. Thank you for listening, everybody. Have a good day.